This is something I've talked about 2 or 3 times on the channel since it's happened, and I took them down over the years because everything died down, life was going great, no one cared, it made sense, like everything was good. So I let my guard down, I went back to working hard on videos and having a good time with my career. And then, out of the blue, about a week ago, somebody dragged up old drama from when I was 17, 18 years old, made it seem like it was happening now, and now I'm being canceled. I have dealt with this for so long. I'm exhausted. My heart is broken. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm here to explain it to you guys. I would post it where it's mainly happening right now, which is Reddit. This person decided to go to Reddit after spamming my Discord server with lots of links, spamming my team, going on Twitter, making a document, and now going to Reddit, where I can't post on Reddit because back in 2018, the moderators believed that those rumors were true, so I can't post there to defend myself. So I'm going to post here. Here we go. So, I posted something on Twitter about this already, and I wrote it all out, and I'm going to put it on screen here and read exactly what I wrote. Snapchat screenshots from the 2018 Nethoryx callout shows a conversation between me and a girl from Roblox who I knew since 2014 when I was 17 and she was 15. At the beginning of 2015, she seemed to be showing interest in me, and I responded in kind. I did not pause to reconsider the nature of our relationship when I turned 18 in March of 2015. That is entirely on me. There is no excuse for it, and I am so sorry for not considering the updated age gap at that point. If she ever reads this, I know I've said it multiple times before, but I'm still very sorry. That was a time of my youth that I look back with disgust and regret. I should have had the foresight and sense to cut off these conversations before my 18th birthday. I never have, nor will I ever be attracted to minors, and since then, my actions have reflected that. I also have never had any physical contact with her other than a consensual hug at the 2016 Roblox Developer Conference, where I hugged everybody I knew. So to sum it up, when I was talking to this person I had feelings for, at that time, she was reciprocal. She told me that she has had relationships like this. I should have known better that at 18, you don't do that stuff. And I'm really dumb for that. And I feel awful that I didn't think to just cut it off and run away after even hearing that. So yeah, she screenshotted all of my conversations when I was 18, conveniently left out the majority of her conversations, and then Nethoryx took that and said, hey, this person's a pedophile. So, and that has haunted me ever since. So it's almost been 10 years now, and I just want to live my life. I love my dear wife so much, and they are my one and only, and I don't want anybody else. Majority of the comments that I'm getting on my channel are mostly from trolls, people saying just stuff to get under my skin. I've seen a couple comments of people who are actually concerned and want to know the truth, and this video is for you because I value you a lot as a subscriber, and the amazing comments I've had the last couple years especially, people enjoying all the songs and stuff, and I've also seen people who are reading too much into the songs. Like for example, Lights On. They're saying like Lights On is about like kidnapping a kid or something. I'm like, no, it's literally about Sun and the daycare and keeping the lights on, or or he's gonna be gone, as in like he's gonna turn into Moon. All my songs don't have hidden meanings. I mean, my original songs have hidden meanings because they're about my personal life struggles and stuff that I've been through in life and hardships. But like the fan songs don't have hidden meanings. They're just about the games and the films and all that stuff. So I hope that for those who don't have a long attention span, this much of the video has clarified to you that I'm not a pedophile and that I really just don't know why these keep being brought up. It happens only when I hit major milestones. Now that I think about it, this does seem really specifically targeted towards my milestones because it happened when I was around like 500,000 subscribers, around like maybe 700,000 subscribers, and now this really big one is like around 1 million. It was right when I hit 1 million. And then after that, they spammed projects I was on, and I lost like 3 job opportunities that I was really looking forward to and finished most of my work for. So that sucks, and that really hurt too because they didn't want to be involved in all of this. So I lost job opportunities because of that, because they spammed chats and tried to make it seem like, oh, this person that's on your team, yeah, don't work with them, they're bad. That's great. And what sucks is because I was just at Disneyland on a family vacation, and I posted a picture of me holding my wife, who I love dearly, and they're like, people are like making fun of me being all like, oh, he's at Disneyland looking for kids, and they were like saying that like, oh, at least your wife's not a child, whatever. Like, really, really, like what? Why would you say that? That's just so awful. I mean, no, I was having fun with my family. I was trying to get my mind distracted from all this craziness that was happening and just having a good time because, who doesn't like Disney? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of my statement here because it does explain more detail of what happened after that. So I'm putting it up on the screen now. After completing my internship with Roblox in late 2016 while on a celebratory vacation, I had found out our conversations were leaked to the public and I was painted as a pedophile. Most of the messages were from when I was 18, without context to all our prior conversations. Several Roblox drama channels picked up on the story. There were a lot of threats on Twitter, to which I shared that I would take the time to reflect on my actions, and I came home to better myself. Since then, I've been extra cautious as to who I dated. That's where this incident ended. So yeah, after that, I learned my lesson. I was like, okay, scared 18-year-old being, threatened by thousands of people on my brand new YouTube channel. Definitely learned my lesson right then and there. From 2017 to 2018, I asked out and or dated several women in my age group or older, so my age or older. Some of these relationships lasted a few months, and some of them lasted shorter. Reflecting back, many of my advances were inconsiderate at best and concerning at worst. I was really desperate. I hate that, but I was. It was clear I was not ready for a relationship and made many women feel very uncomfortable. It was in late 2018 that those women collaborated with my friend Swiblet to create a call-out in order to better myself and stop these worrisome patterns. It was in my best interest, and these people were just like, we don't hate him, we don't want him canceled, we just want him to stop, flirting with the next person he's interested in after like a week. I once again am very sorry for being so careless during that time and appreciate all those involved for later reconciling with me on those issues. Every single person who made that call-out post with Swiblet, the women who were my age or older that I dated, we've all reconciled. We've all talked. We've all made up. We've all seen it as stuff from the past. And occasionally we'd even laugh about it and be like, ha ha ha, remember when that happened? Oh, that was so silly. So, yeah, that's resolved. And this is where Nethorix uses that as evidence. Swiblet's post was picked up by Nethorix, aka Natty4Sith, and weaponized in an exposed video. Nethorix had twisted it to portray all of the adult women I dated as young girls, while confusing it to the event related to the 2016 Roblox incident. These altered stories quickly circulated the Roblox community and are the primary reason for the continuous resurfacing of misinformation on the internet. So basically, Nethorix took the post by Swiblet that was made to help me by those women that I was interested in and twisted it to make it seem like all those women were kids, which is disgusting. And then the whole world just kind of like went with it. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And we have proof that this person posted this and it all makes sense now. And that's been the basis of this rumor for this whole time. One example is when I wore my internship roommate's fursuit tail backwards as a joke with the text, my tail, you like it? Which in hindsight, I could see being interpreted as a sexual advance. But I genuinely was just joking around. Nethorix used this as leverage in the video, and the furry community, which I am not a part of, believed their claims. So yeah, basically during my internship, my roommate was a furry. I didn't know what that was at the time. I was just all like, "Oh, this guy's got this weird looking tail hanging on his wall. I'm gonna take a funny picture with it." And that's all it was, you know? But then he used that as well and was like, "Oh, see, he's a furry pedophile and he's trying to, you know, be a furry with his, wee wee hanging out on the picture." And I was just like, "No, no, what? No, it was a joke. My roommates were laughing. I was laughing. My roommates took the picture because they thought it was funny. And so at this point, Nethorax was just grasping at straws to find every little evidence they could to make them think I was a pedophile. All right, I'm gonna butt in real quick. I was editing, but during my editing process, I realized I left out one more thing. There's a rumor going around that I was fired from Pokemon Break Bronze on Roblox, now called Lumion Legacy, because of the allegations. That's not true. I was fired from that project because I was making my own fan project called Pokemon Stories. And the creator of that game didn't like that it was going to be competition to their game and let me go, despite me offering to quit my project to stay on their game. It was a very intense conversation, and I'm going to put those screenshots up on the screen now for you to read. But yeah, just want to let you know I wasn't fired from that project because of any kind of pedophilia allegations or whatever. It was just because of competition, and the owner of that game made a very businessy decision. When all that happened in 2018, I was truly at my lowest, and I had nowhere to go. I had just moved out into an apartment. My YouTube channel was barely making any money to pay the rent, and I was mortified that I was going to not be able to make my payments on that rent. I had no furniture. I didn't have a TV. I barely even had a bed, and it was awful. It was really awful. That's when I met my wife, actually, my now wife. But they were the only one who was really there for me, and we've had to endure these hardships of these allegations, these lies being brought up every so often. And usually it's a comment once in a while, like a just like a simple like a "aren't you a pedo?" or whatever, and I would just go ahead and just ignore that. Let the system handle it on YouTube. But now it's just like people. I've noticed that it's been getting worse over the years, despite doing literally nothing to trigger all this stuff. And I think it's just because the more you make a name for yourself, the bigger you get in life, the more people are going to try and take you down. And it sucks because I knew this was going to happen because, a couple months ago, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we're going to hit 1 million subscribers coming up. We're going to hit it." And I don't want to hit 1 million subscribers. I know most YouTubers want to hit 1 million subscribers, but I didn't, because I knew that the minute I hit 1 million subscribers, something bad was going to happen. Someone was going to try and just drag me back down again, and I was right. It happened, and I'm just like, not surprised at this point, just disappointed. But my amazing wife has been with me through all of this, and this was the hardest one because I don't want to cry because I know when YouTubers do that, it comes off fake, and I don't want to come off fake. So, but it brought us to our lowest again, and a friend who was concerned for us had us admitted to the hospital against our will because they were concerned about our lives, and it was awful. So ever since 2018, I did get a therapist, and he is a professional counselor, and he has done wonders for helping me understand my emotions, my ADHD, and everything, just impulses. Just he has helped me kind of take all of the problems I didn't know I had, sort them into boxes, and really understand them so I can recognize those patterns. And you know, instantly I started being like, oh, like I get it now. Like, and I'm still getting counseling with him actually, and we're still doing great. We're making great strides. This is the side, that people don't see. the side of people who want to improve, the side of people who actually care about progress and changing their well-being for the better of the world. I really do care about changing and growing as I have been. And my therapist has been a massive contributor to that. And, being a Christian as well, I'm just so thankful for God. I have just leaned on him and just poured my emotion into him and asked him, like, what am I doing wrong? What can I do better? How can I be more like Christ? What do I do? And that has also been a massive contributor to my growth. Now, unfortunately, in 2020, there was a spout that I went through, and it was actually when I got hooked on opioids. Pretty serious. I had just gotten my wisdom teeth removed, like most people do, but the dentist, the surgeon, gave me a ton of opioids, a lot. And I thought, okay, I'll just take them for the pain because it hurts pretty bad. And I thought nothing of it. But however, I was still dealing with a lot of trauma, a lot of anxiety, and just a lot of just fatigue from having to keep battling all these resurfaced, allegations. So they actually relieved all of it. Like, without a doubt, just not trying to promote the drug, but it relieved all of it. Like, I had no more anxiety, no more pain. I was creative. I was happy again. And that got me hooked instantly. After about 3 or 4 days, I stopped. And being on that, happy high, it dropped quickly. And then I instantly was just dealing with depression, again, anxiety, way worse than before. It just came back with a vengeance. So I started drinking, and that was not a fun time for me. I would drink occasionally, not like alcoholic, like every morning, every night kind of drink, but a lot, like 3 or 4 times a week, and a lot. And I used it to cope with my anxiety and with everything. And, at that point, I was still getting therapy, but this was kind of acting against it. So during that time of drinking and going through a lot of problems, I did go through a spout, and I'm going to read that now. However, I always did ask for consent, and I always wanted to make sure that I made no one uncomfortable. That was something that I learned, that I'm proud that I learned, and that is something that I have always, always, always offered, despite never wanting any of this kind of stuff to happen again anyways. Like, I'm over it. I just want my wife, to clarify. I only want my wife. But back then, had some issues. I'm going to read that now. In 2020 to 2021, I was working for a creator named Shab Media Productions. I would do voice work and music for her channel on occasion. In this server, my wife and I really hit it off with someone we became friends with. They were 19, my wife was 22, and I was 24. After some time of hanging out together in Shav's server, we got comfortable with each other. Sadly, during this time, I was struggling with alcohol to cope with my anxiety, and I relapsed in my progress. I told you guys about that already. I asked if this person would be interested in consensually fooling around with me and my wife. I made sure to preface that I know that they and my wife were taken advantage of in the past by horrible people, and I didn't want to trigger that. They said they were okay with it. Here's the proof of that conversation. Here's that conversation. You guys can pause and read it. It's not a reflection of who I am today, and I definitely am ashamed of it, but, I'm proud it was at least consensual. Hi, it's me again. So in that screenshot, I did say that we could have a drink and play Animal Crossing. That was not me trying to pressure them into drinking or, get drunk, God forbid. That was just something that I knew that they already did, was casual drinking. And I thought maybe we can just, have fun, relax, play some games. That's it. Nothing beyond that. There was no hidden intention. That was a concern that some people had that they brought up. And I just want to let them know I'm not that kind of person. I don't try to get people drunk or anything to get them to do something I want them to do. That's evil. That's awful. I would never do that. So it was just for casual, having fun, alternative, just to relax. But yeah, thank you. For a short time, we were platonically fooling around. During that time, with how close we were, they were also sharing their struggles with how bad their computer is and how hard it is to work. So we offered one of our laptops. We really just wanted to help them out the best we could as we cared about them. I said that statement because there was also word going around that it was like hush money or some way of like keeping them silent or whatever, but genuinely like they would talk about it frequently, and we wanted to just help out the best we could because we had a spare laptop, we weren't using it, we were never going to use it. We wiped it, we shipped it off with UPS, and that was it. There was nothing else to it. Just helping out a friend who we cared for at the time. Down the road, I ended up taking a step back after feeling uncomfortable. I was also having feelings of jealousy with my wife, which told me I wasn't ready for something like this. However, I couldn't decide on my feelings and therefore kept jumping between being okay with it and not being okay with it. Once I realized my indecisiveness put a lot of stress on everyone, I let them know once and for all I'd like to go back to being just friends. And below is their reply. So again, here's the reply. It was clearly friendly. It showed no signs of issues. Everything was wonderful. They were open to even doing it again in the future. But at that point, I was just like, nope, nope. Tried that, done that. I'm good. Don't want to do it again. They were super kind and understanding. We went back to being friends for a good while until we stopped hearing from them. That's when we found out they told a few friends, including Shavs, the manager of that project, about how they ended up feeling. We didn't know that their feelings changed to negative, and a few of their friends went out of their way to try and publicly make a spectacle out of the situation. It was at that point both Shavs and Swiblet offered to get us all in call to peacefully resolve everything. The 4-hour-long resolution with all 5 of us was recorded, distributed to everyone in call, and we happily signed an NDA to ensure the future of Shav's current project didn't get messed up from all this. So I mentioned the NDA because some people, like the laptop, think it was like hush money or to keep them silent. It wasn't. It was something that we all agreed on would be a good idea to protect our jobs at the time, and we thought really that was fine. Everyone signed it, and we were all cool with it. So if anything did change down the road, I don't know what to say about that. That's just what we agreed on at the time and in call, and everyone got their copy and we were good. I would also like to mention the NDA was an idea we all felt was a good idea at the time. All members were sober and present, with proof in the 4-hour-long call. Nobody was pressured into doing so, and it was simply for peace of mind. We all left the situation with clarity and agreed it was resolved peacefully. That was our understanding. And that's all I heard from that situation. Ever since 2021, that was it. I never heard anything since. We moved on with our lives. I thought it was a peaceful resolution, but I guess their friends or someone said otherwise. I do want to add something here. Because I was still occasionally drinking alcohol and I was dealing with people bringing up stuff at the time, I let my anger out at people who weren't even involved in any of this, but I thought they were. And I feel absolutely awful that I either scared them or upset them or dragged them into something that they didn't need to be dragged into. And, I'm not going to name drop those people, but, if you are watching this, I am just incredibly sorry that back then, I had no control over my emotions and I just assumed who was, pulling the strings and trying to, make this a big old spectacle when really, you guys had no involvement. So, I am sorry. That was not okay of me to overreact like that. That's not something I would do today. But if that was the case, I really wish I had known, because the last thing I want is to ask for consent and then have it taken back. That's not something that I ever want anyone to do or feel like they can't be honest with me. If you're uncomfortable, if I ever made someone uncomfortable, unhappy, or hurt, I want to know, because I don't want to hurt anyone ever. I wanted to pop in one more time and just inform you guys, I don't drink anymore. I don't want to drink alcohol anymore. And ever since I've stopped, my life has significantly improved. I have just been so freaking healthy, and like this kind of degeneracy, curious behaviors have been gone for years. And I'm just so happy about that, because I feel like a new person. I feel like I'm finally able to like be healthy in my marriage and healthy in my life, and really just stand by my partner and everything. I would like to note that in light of the recent 2024 Shab Media Productions drama in regard to her management, I have been fully supportive of everyone involved and do not condone Shab's actions, as much of my work was also affected. I have never been affiliated with Shab Media Productions outside of being an occasional freelance voice actor and composer for her channel. I have cut ties with Shabs as of late 2022. A lot of where this, pedophile drama was spread was in the server, where a lot of people were put together to try and heal from the Shaz Media Productions drama. And, I was fully supportive of them. And then I said something along the lines of like, hey, this is getting a little bit too close to cancel culture. I think everyone deserves the money they were owed. I think everyone deserves to get what they need from this person because of how they were treated. But I don't think we should go about it in the way of being all like, harassing or canceling. And both the managers of that server were in agreement. We're like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing that. However, a lot of people didn't agree with that. And so I'm like, okay, my opinion is conflicting with others. I'm gonna head out. I was a dumb teenager, and healing from what happened when I was a dumb teenager, I made a dumb mistake. But I'm good. I'm really good. I'm strong. I know who I am. I am a follower of Christ, and I just stand strong with my wife together. We've gotten through so much together, and we're loyal to each other, and we love each other, and we just are so proud to still be here. So, with that being said, for those of you who made it to the end, who care about us and this channel and everything we've built, I thank you for standing by us, for informing the misinformed, and for just always being there. This stuff isn't easy because there are actual monsters out there who do these kind of things that I'm being accused of, and they really do deserve to be in jail. These people are awful, and they should not have a platform. However, I don't want to be that person. I'm not that person. I just want to make cool videos with my team. I want to love my wife, and I just want to keep doing that. It's as simple as that. If I go on vacation to Disneyland or Disney World with my wife, it's just because we love Disney. It's because we grew up with it, and it brings us happy, and we like the rides and the food. That's all it comes down to. There's nothing more to dig into. There's nothing deeper in my life. I live in a nice house with my 2 lovely cats and my wife, who I would give my life for. So, thank you so much. I'm going to be leaving this video up forever. This video will never be removed. And if anyone would like to reference it at any time, you are more than welcome to. And the document will be posted in the description below, and you guys can read it for yourself. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.